Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Friday, the 15th of July. Robert Murray McShane has us reading Matthew chapter 25 today, a chapter in which Jesus has three parables recorded, all of them teaching about the kingdom of God. The middle one, the parable of the talents, begins, "Again, it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his property to them. He gave one 5 talents, another 2, a third one 1. When he came back, he asked them to bring what they had. The first 2 had worked and gained more. The third one had hidden his 1 talent and done nothing with it. He was condemned. The others were commended." And this parable has been used to teach various things. A talent was an amount of money, a fairly substantial amount of money. And so it's used about how we use our money, saying all our money comes from God and belongs to him, so we need to give it back to him. And in the Anglican prayer book, when we come to the offertory during the communion service, we have a prayer, "All things come from you, and of your own do we give you." And that's a great reminder. All things come from God. Everything we have is actually God's. And when we give anything to God, we're merely giving him back what is his anyway. And it's not only our property. Talents has also been looked at, the talents we have, our abilities, and how do we use them. And this got me thinking, what has God given to us? And as I looked around the world and saw the beauty, it reminded me, this is God's creation. And he put us here as stewards of it. This isn't our world. This is God's universe. And he's entrusted it to us. And one day he's going to ask us to account for it. And as Christians, we need to tread lightly in the world. We need to recognize this is not here for us to exploit and abuse. We're here to care for it. Most of us will pass it on to the next generation, and at some point, some of us will hand it back to God when he comes in his kingdom. And what else has God given to me personally? That got me thinking as well. What else do I have? And I just thought of my family, my background, my history, everything God has been in charge of. And as I look at it, I think, Lord, I have been blessed. There's so many people that have more, so many people that have less, but everything I have comes from you. And for that, I am thankful. Help me to use it. So reflect on what you have from God. From the fact that you can hear this, the fact that we have the technology, the fact that you've had an education, all these things that we so often just take for granted, everything is God's property entrusted to us for his benefit. So be encouraged to know how blessed you are day by day.